Jackson Shafer with us here in the Mendola show via Delaware Valley. Played basketball at Wilkes a couple of years. Pretty darn good student athlete. Switched over to volleyball, and you're just flying high right now. Let's talk a little bit about finding your thing and saying, hey, you know what? This is what I want to do. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be successful at it. 20 wins this year is a pretty darn good accomplishment. How you feeling right now?
We're stoked about the season. I mean, really couldn't have asked for a better season. Had ups and downs. I kind of started the year injured and had to kind of fight back and get back to where I felt like I should be. Guys got sick, and that's just like the ups and downs of the season. But our resilience stood out to me, and that kind of got us able to get to 20 wins and win some pretty big games down the stretch.
Your athleticism, let's talk about how you took that from basketball over to volleyball, and just you could jump.
Yeah. The biggest thing I think I took from basketball was the mindset, just kind of the competitive mentality, which coming into volleyball after playing basketball, you go through a season, you're physically and mentally exhausted, and then, you're hopping right into volleyball. And so I saw kind of a lack in that aspect of a competitive nature, just in like practices and stuff like that. And so the biggest decision maker that why I switched to full-time volleyball was because I felt like I could bring that to the table, regardless of volleyball skill, or I felt like I could bring a competitive nature to practices and games, and that kind of pulled me over. And I said, if I can do that and get that on this team, we can be a pretty good team. And so I ended up doing some pretty good things this year.
It doesn't always work out your way, where you go to a school and the school's good. I like the school, I like the class, I like the major. I'm going to try this different sport now.
Yeah.
A lot of times it might be a different school and a different sport, or what have you. But let's talk about what the studies were academically. What did you like about the academic component, your major? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm a financial investments major. A lot of times finance is just finance. I really like the investment side of things. So as far as my major, I was home in that aspect. I already built so many relationships with my professors and my advisors. I talk to them as if it's a friend, and I was already involved in clubs and all that stuff. And I thought, there's no reason to go elsewhere. Wilkes is home. I love this place, and I felt like I needed to stay here.
Your friends, still got some on the basketball squad?
Yeah.
You got friends here in the volleyball squad? Let's talk about, having that circle at Wilkes, and just knowing that a lot of you guys are in the same, the ladies, the guys, you're the same thing. You're student athletes at a Division III school. You got to work your tail off. You got to earn everything you get.
Yeah, so that brings a really cool dynamic to my life, because I live with the basketball guys. So it kind of, you see like two friend groups kind of merge to be one. And so that's just an awesome thing. Like, all these guys they're much closer now with those guys, like the basketball guys, and the basketball guys are much closer with these guys. And that's just a cool thing, just being able to build those relationships is something that college is for. And what better way to do it,
Your family, talk about how they made you who you are and how you're trying to make them proud.
Yeah, so family was very, 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 very important to me. And they're very tough on me, and that kind of tough love was what kind of got me to be the competitive way that I am. And so I give them all credits in raising someone who's kind of hard-headed and really doesn't accept no for an answer in a competitive sense, and losing. And so like everything, they'd come to all of my games and all the travel ball that I played growing up. Like everything is
Kind of explains your major.
Yeah.
You're not taking no for an answer. You're going to find a way to get things done, and who you are as an athlete. Jackson, great to hear your story. All the best going forward.
Thank you for having me.